Gather round, children, and heed well these words of warning. There is a specter, a boogeyman, haunting synth enthusiasts everywhere. I am, of course, referring to the wife. Mythologically speaking, the wife is commonly portrayed as a responsible shrew, while their partner plays the role of the oaf who wants to splurge on synth after synth. This oaf will then post on forums online, characterizing themselves as having no fiscal responsibility or self-control whatsoever. Their behavior must instead be moderated by the wife, who keeps them from selling the house to acquire the synthesizer. Much like a mother, the wife is respected for their good sense, yet the mother wife is also blamed as a buzzkill, like a parent who punishes a naughty child. In most cases, the oaf is a grown adult, often a man who is capable of controlling their own urges. But the oaf continues to claim that it is the mother wife that keeps them from their treasure, as if finances and living space are of no concern. So if I may, I'd like to clear something up for all the oafs out there. Your partner and your mother are two different people. Why is it your partner's job to stop your spending spree? You don't need a second synth with polyphonic aftertouch. You probably need therapy. And look, I get it. I too have had gas or gear acquisition syndrome. In fact, I feel uniquely qualified to discuss this subject. I am both synth lover and wife, creator and destroyer, all in one. So, as a synth nerd with a shortage of serotonin, I know what it's like trying to buy happiness. Nothing brings a smile to my face like shiny, brand new gear. But it's important that I take responsibility for my recklessness. I tell my partner the cost of my purchases, and I actually ask her opinion about prospective additions to the studio. Because I respect my wife. How queer of me. Speaking of the wife, in all my years of forum lurking, I have seen the husband as the antagonist only once, and it was a direct response to wife posting. The antagonistic role is almost always given to the wife or the girlfriend, whether it's because they're needy, nagging, or just a killjoy. How am I supposed to feel as one of the few women on these boards? Statistically speaking, I'm already outnumbered, but what's worse is that I feel like an outsider. Recently, I posted a random topic on a synth forum about MIDI, NERPins, nerdy stuff. Afterward, a woman reached out to me, relieved that she finally had another woman to talk to about synths. We then proceeded to pass both the Bechdel test and the Buchla test. It does beg the question, how did we get here? Two women starving for connection like it's water in the desert. How are women's synthesis so rare when we've had such a huge role in synth history? We have legends like Wendy Carlos, Suzanne Chani, and Laurie Spiegel in our lineage. What happened? Now, I have found multiple theories to explain this disparity, and I have a few of my own. One is that synths are perceived as a tech field, and while men are encouraged to pursue tech, women are pushed towards other interests from an early age. This happens because women are believed to be less naturally talented at math and science, despite research showing otherwise. The gender gap in STEM fields is just one consequence of this misconception. Like computers, cars, and engineering, synths are seen as being more suited to men's cold logic and objective reasoning. But I propose the opposite. Synthesis is like witchcraft, and our coven needs to reclaim what is rightfully ours. Another theory is that the music community as a whole is inhospitable to transgender people and women. As a result, audio engineering and producing positions generally go to cisgender men. In a study by the Annenberg Inclusion Initiative, it was found that only 2.6% of producers were women. Between 2013 and 2021, only one woman was nominated at the Grammys for Producer of the Year. When a woman does win a Grammy, she's usually there as an artist, and the small army of songwriters behind her are typically men. There are women who manage to break into the industry, but their testimonies have disturbing recurring themes. They are often underestimated, underpaid, and receive unsolicited comments about their outfit or their body. In a study by the Incorporated Society of Musicians, 60% of participants said they'd been sexually harassed or discriminated against, and of that group, 82% of them were women. For many of us, simply existing can put us in harm's way, which leads me to my next theory. The women and non-binary people on synth forums may choose to remain anonymous because safety comes with invisibility. I would never willingly broadcast the fact that I'm a woman on Gearslutz, especially as a trans person. At best, I would expect condescension, so instead I'm a longtime lurker. And the people on these forums make anonymity really easy. The singular they is absent from their vocabulary, so without any evidence, they'll just refer to you as a he. Because after all, synths are a boys' club, right? Why would there be an intruder in the man cave? And it really sucks because I've already had to spend so long pretending I'm a man. But it's safer just being one of the boys. Some people are a bit braver than me and will correct those who assume they're a man. If I had $1 for every time I've had to see someone clarify, hey, I'm not actually a man, I'd have a profit 10. So we've examined some potential causes of the problem. The question is, how do we fix it? I personally feel that the sexism and transphobia that some musicians face is only a small symptom of a broader societal problem. Women and trans musicians will be treated equally when all women and all trans people are treated equally. And because of the scope of that issue, pessimistic part of me doesn't see a solution anytime soon. But I have been wrong before. Prior to recording this video, I posted a portion of this essay on Reddit in a thread about synth forum stereotypes, namely the section about the oaf and the mother-wife. I expected to receive hateful comments, downvotes, and dismissiveness, yet only a few replies were flippant or mean-spirited. In fact, I was surprised at how supportive people were. I guess a lot of us are tired of synth forums being treated like a boys' club. So consider me cautiously optimistic. While I want to hold on to whatever precious hope I can get, I imagine my posts would have gone over poorly on other forums like Gearslutz. Some communities seem unreceptive to any criticism, even warranted criticism. Which leads me to a question I'm sure many activists have asked themselves. Should we try educating the cisgender men in our communities in hopes of them changing, or give up on them altogether and focus on creating our own spaces, perhaps an LGBT producers forum? I'll leave the answer to you. But before you go, I'd like to announce a new music channel for all my stuff titled Sylvia Schweikert. I'll include a link in the description below. And if you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing or sharing this video on social media or, goodness gracious, becoming a patron like these lovely people of the Cryptid Commune. Wow, Dan Curry, Alex Harris, Lily Marks, Nick Padula, Brandan Ray, and Mackenzie and Pete Schweikert. Thank you all for watching, and especially to those of you who left kind comments on the Ed Wood video. Bye!